tell you. So when I recorded that song, all I remember is, gentlemen, 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 nice things. Something, something, something. Something, 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 something. Something, 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 something. Something, something, something. Yeah, that's true. So with that song, so when we're recording it, Brina, who's also in the stall signing area, is she does all the musical direction. So she actually went through and sang it for me so that I would know pitch and everything like that. So while I'm recording it, in my left ear, this is why I don't know the whole song. My left, what's your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer? Hi. I'm Todd. How long is this thing? Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, come on, say hi. So, when I recorded it, in my left ear is the Japanese version of the song. Hello. In my right ear is Brina. In both ears is Todd. So the reason that I don't know this song very well is because I'm hearing 3 different versions of it in one go. And we recorded it, you know, that one time, and that was it. And so, hi, you Mac Mini. So, that's why I don't know that song that well. Oh, there's the limit. Take it to the limit. So, outside of Italia and not knowing all the songs, I don't know if you guys are aware, I didn't know there would be a setup, otherwise I would have shown you there's internet here, it's probably not in this room. I would show you that something has been initiated at 3:08 a.m. last night. And I don't know if you've been on my Facebook or Twitter, I sent a link to it. The final tribute video is in pre-production. Vic has already finished his. Vic has finished his, and he doesn't know that I know a little bit about it. I'm going to be in it because he's filmed footage of me that he's going to put in it in a special kooky manana way. But he's done after this, and we both agreed. We both agreed that this was it. Boom, this is it. So he's doing his, mine's the final one. And so I'm getting ready for it, and we just launched a Kickstarter thing for it. So go on and check it out. It's on my Facebook, it's on Twitter. There's a link, and there's a trailer on there for it, all that good stuff. It was funny because out of all the Facebook friends, I've got 5,000 Facebook friends.
Wow.
If everyone gave 50 cents, we'd be there. 50 cents. And there are people on there like, I can't do it. I don't have money. You've got bigger problems if you don't have 50 cents. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's what I say to that. But check it out. It's cool. If you're unfamiliar with the tribute videos, if you go to teamhaberkorn.com, they're on there. Can you stand up and model that for us? That's the fan club shirt. teamhaberkorn.com. That design, I didn't even know that existed. What happened was this girl in the UK designed it and sent it to me, and then that became the thing on the shirt, so it was really cool. So check that out. But yeah, the tribute video is ready to rock. It's the final one. It's 40 minutes long. It's going to be a full episode. There's a lot going on in it. It's going to take place over 8 days of shooting, a month of production, post-production, a month of pre-production, a lot going on. So, actually, speaking of tribute videos, let's see here. Who are you? Okay. Let's see. I bet we'll see what happens on this. Hey man, what you doing? Okay, you're doing your concert tonight, right? What time's your concert at?
8 o'clock.
Okay. Well, all the fans just wanted to say hi. Say hi, guys.
Are you in your band right now?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, give everybody a chance for me.
Well, there's a lot of people. Okay. All right. See ya. So, one more tribute video. my very first MegaCon. I'm having a blast. This is awesome. I used to have family out here. They're still out here. I am no longer out here. I'm actually in LA. And my family lives in a small little town called Gotha. Has anyone ever heard of that town? You have heard of Gotha? That is where they live. They have this plantation, big plantation house, all this land on it and stuff. And my step-grandma has this woman that she's had clean her house for like 60 years. And she doesn't really clean at this point. I mean, she's like 100 years old at this point. How much cleaning are you really going to do? Because I just saw watching, she just kind of brushes one little pass. That's clean. Turn on the vacuum. This room's done. But they've been together for so long that it's okay. You just kind of let her, you still pay her, and she still comes out, and you just kind of let her do her thing. It's very odd. It's the only business relationship I know of that is like that. That would be like me going into the voice booth and going, "Bah." I thought it was a monologue. Bah. Use it. So it's very strange. But you know, I hope to get to that point where I can look back and say, man, I've been doing X for 60 years. I want to say that about this business, about actually being in the entertainment business. Right now I've done it 20. Been in it for 20. I know, I look like I'm 60, don't I? I started when I was this big and this wide. This wide. I was a fat kid. I was a chunky monkey. There's nothing I wouldn't eat. Food would shake when I came to the room. Partly because the me stomping on the ground, but also because they feared what would happen to them. Once the mastication began, then food had no chance. And what happened was my stepdad, my mother's second husband, she's on her third, you know, she's an equal opportunity employee. You gotta rotate them out. So that was fire. About the next year. So, well, she found a keeper. He looks like Gandalf. Little goatee, long hair. He's a cool dude. I really like him. He's my favorite. His name is Terrell. I call him Terrell Juice because he loves Crystal Light. And now I like Crystal Light because of Terrell. So it's Terrell Juice. And on her second husband, his name was Miles. And he goes, we were at La Madeleine. You know what that is, La Madeleine? It's a restaurant, a little French restaurant. They have sandwiches, you know, the sandwich from the croissant, and it's cheesy and all that stuff. It's really horrible for you. When you can taste the butter in something, it ain't good for you. It tastes good. Why is everything that tastes good so bad? And why is everything that's so bad for you so cheap? It should be the other way around. It should be the healthy food should be so cheap, and the bad stuff should be expensive. It's like we're deliberately being poisoned, and everyone's cool with it. It's like me feeding my kid Twizzlers for breakfast. Go ahead, son. Eat them all. As many as you want. So, what, 25 pounds? Go ahead. This doesn't work like that. I try eating carrots and fruit and hay and all this stuff. Candy and chocolate. Well, I guess chocolate has milk in it, but so I'm sitting there, I'm about to eat this sandwich, and my stepdad goes, I'm 10 years old. He goes, you know that's going to give you a heart attack. I pushed it away. Immediately went home, started doing push-ups. That's when I started working out, 10 years old. I am not S-ing you. I'm serious. I began working out at 10 years old, boom, all the way up. So still did it. I entered a bodybuilding competition in college. Got third place.
Yeah. Wow.
Out of 3 people. Hey, third place. So I did it, but no one told you. See, I used to tan, but it's like it's a real hassle. Does anyone else tan in here? Like you go to tanning salon. My mother's very tan. She's a Vietnamese, very, very tan. I did not get that. I got my dad's German genes. So I also have a hatred of Jews. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Oh great, now here's the thought. Todd hates Jews. He's a Hopper Jew hater. says, no, I have many good friends, whatever it is. I hate pumpkins. Many of my good friends are pumpkins. But,
Wow.
yeah, so I used to tan. But I didn't do it at this particular point. And so I go to the bodybuilding thing, and everyone's oiling up. And I got Jennifer to do it. She was like, hey, Jennifer, I just quite good. She's like, okay, oil. Everyone's tan. I didn't know this. I mean, they're like tan, like that piece of wood. And I'm just white as can be. Hey, I'm in my speedo CD. Yeah. Ready to pose and do some muscle things to try to win third place. Yeah. So, I didn't tan. And when you look at the pictures, you know how when you look at a solar eclipse with a special symbol? That's what you've got to use when you look at my bodybuilding pictures. They're not legal in many states. But I used to tan, but the hassle. The lotion's very expensive. When you're talking like, I've never paid $100 for a bottle of anything but tanning lotion. That's how much this stuff costs. Then there's a month, and then you gotta go, and you gotta oil up everything, and you get in the booth, and you gotta leave it on, so you're like putting your clothes back on, and you're driving home very sick because you don't want it to get on anything. Then you gotta wash it on, and it takes forever, and it ages you. It scratches your skin. And so, if you're gonna tan, it looks great, but you're gonna get cancer. That is once. But anyway, yes.
Too bad you're not peekaboo then, right?
Yes, it is bad that I'm not a member of the host club.
I'm talking about in real life.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, hey, how great would that be to look good in a jacket like that? To have a twin, I've always wanted a twin. But then here's my fear with twins. Are they gonna know, like if we ever get into a fight, they're gonna know my every move. So you can't really beat your twin. Oh, that's not true? Are there twins in your twin experts? But I mean, have you seen the movie Twins? They felt he didn't communicate. Like when Danny DeVito spoke up in his hand, Arnold Schwarzenegger felt his hand hurt. So anyway, yeah, so I did bodybuilding, filmmaking, theater. That's how I got my start as in theater when I was a little itty bitty boy. Remember, big boy, little boy. And so I did theater, watched a lot of Batman the animated series. Fantastic. In fact, Mark Hamill, I met him at New York Comic Con. And this is really cool because he's not doing the Joker anymore. Arkham City was his last Joker appearance, and I got to meet him and chat with him about that. And when I did Nijima from Kenichi, I based it on a Joker to do that. And then Batman, coincidentally, my Batman tribute was in Ghost Hunt for an hour. That's as close as I'll come to ever playing Batman. But, and so I did that. Did theater, had a theater company, was a director, and all this kind of stuff, and then moved into film, and then voiceover. And the theater company stopped because voiceover took over, and so I wrote for anime, and directed anime, and voiced anime, and all that stuff. And still do, not so much, I've done a lot of anime last year, but I think it's kind of transitioning into video games and things like that, because I'm not in LA now. And for a lot of people are like, well, how do I get into voice acting? Well, you got to be where the work is. You can't work at Funimation if you're in the Philippines. So you got to be in Texas where Funimation's at. If you want to do anime, that's not all the places, but you know, they're the majority shareholder of distribution for anime. Now, before you say, I just want to do voiceover for anime, you got to think about this. That's like a chef saying, I just want to make the crust for pies. But what about donuts and breads and things like that? No, just pies. Just the crust. Or a guy's like, I just want to be an omelet chef. I want to, lamb, no. Beef, hot. Chicken, no. Omelets. So it's very, like, open it up. Just gonna, boom. You're going to do all voiceover. That's just going to tell yourself. Yes.
I don't remember which convention this was at, but someone showed me a video of you at a convention doing a recording in Italy's voice as a love confession to Germany. Would it be too much to ask?
I got out.
Ask them to do it one more time?
A love confession to Germany?
Yes. Whether it's the same or different.
Germany, you know I love you so much. You're the only man I dream about at night. You are my pasta-shaped German, burning German love. Yes.
Todd Haberkorn was my favorite anime, and you did a great job in Kuro. Can you confess your love to me in Kuro's voice?
You know what drew me to you the minute I walked into the door? Well, that I knew you were wearing the fragrance of Gundam on you. And of all the Picapodians I've ever met, I have to say you are the most lovely. And if it were between you and a Gundam hanging off of a cliff, I would jump down and I would save the Gundam, but save you next. I love you. Yeah, Jennifer.
How did you that Italy and Vic Mignogna got Greek?
Is there a problem? I mean, I don't know how to say that without being cocky. Oh, no, what happened? Well, I was England before I was Italy. And so I actually recorded the whole show as England first. And then the guy that was playing Italy dropped out because of his, he didn't agree with the themes in the show. And he dropped out. Hey, that's cool. I mean, I'll do it. I've been naked on stage. Once you've done that, do it. It was tastefully done. No, it wasn't.
Tasteful done.
It wasn't just like, hey, everybody. It was for a show. But I was England, and then when Italy left, we needed a new Italy, so I transitioned over to Italy, but it was a very exhaustive audition process, and it was down to Vic and I. And Vic and I were auditioning, and it put production back 3 weeks. This is how long 3 weeks late. This is how fierce this thing was between us. Of course. And so they had me come in and do a little bit of Italy. They had Vic come in and do a little bit of Italy. And then just in the end, you know, it's just the way, I mean, he's got Ed. He doesn't need anything. He would come down to me whining. Oh, this should have been. You're an alchemist. Get over it. You have a ride in Japan. There's a full metal roller coaster. Bite me. This Asian's just trying to work. Second guy. So, that's how that went out. Yes.
Is there a Banshee where they're getting back to that kind of acting?
Yes, thank you. Scream of the Banshee was the last horror film I did. Thank you for mentioning that. That was a lot of fun to do. I actually had to cancel 2 conventions, unfortunately, because it came right before they were going to be there, and they needed me to film for 2 weeks in Baton Rouge. And so I went and I went out there and I worked with Lauren Holly, who was in, the love interest in Dumb and Dumber, and she was in NCIS and things like that. Yeah, she's great. And then Lance Henriksen, who is, of course, the robot and aliens, and he's done a ton of stuff, Millennium, and all this kind of stuff. Very cool guy. He's also a lot of voices in video games now, like Call of Duty and things like that. It was great to go back to that, because I love on-camera acting. In fact, in LA, everyone's trying to bust into voiceover, and I'm trying to bust into on-camera. So I do a lot of on-camera outside of LA, but trying to get into that market is very difficult, because my look is so weird. The casting directors don't really know what to do with it. They're like, well, he's not white. Yeah. But he's not Asian. He's not really good at math. But Scream of the Banshee is cool. part of the reason I have you guys to thank, because part of the reason I got that role was because they're like, well, you're kind of a, people kind of know who you are in anime, and we want to use that to hopefully get awareness about this film. So I thank you guys for that. Thank you. And if you, thank you. If you listen to the commentary on Scream of the Banshee, he actually talks about that. That's one of the first things he mentions is anime, so yay anime. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Can you do a line from Tajima from Big Windup?
Ooh. Let's see. Oh, we can keep this in here.
That's a great line.
You know the line?
Yeah, of course.
I wish you could say that.
Do it anyway.
I'm on my way to MegaCon and I get to meet Dick Mignogna! Yes, behind my Sergeant Frog love. Yes, ma'am. A little bit louder. You want to think about it? We'll come back. Yeah.
Okay, so this is I love Sergeant Frog, my favorite one.
Fantastic.
Do you think there's ever going to be another season in English of Sergeant Frog?
Well, the problem with Sergeant Frog is the fact that it's a very complicated show in the sense that it didn't sell all that well here. It sold. And the people that love it, but it's hard to get everybody on the bandwagon, because even when I auditioned for it, I'm like, Todd, you want to come in and audition for this show called Sergeant Frog? Okay. Well, what's a frog sound like? How are you supposed to voice a frog? I was intimidated. I didn't know how to take it. So maybe that's what happens with people when they see it. Another thing is that people wait. They want to wait for the save edition of things to come out. They want to wait for this to come out, the cheaper versions and all this kind of stuff. Well, two things about that. Number one, if you do that, that tells the companies, oh, well, they don't really like it. No, that's not the case. You're just waiting for it to get cheaper. That's why X-Men Origins Wolverine has a sequel, because everyone to go see how bad it is. The studios just see how much thrill it is, and they're like, they must want a sequel. Yeah! And the second thing is, what people have to remember, and it's very funny, the memories of a lot of fans. Sometimes it's kind of selective. A lot of people are like, man, the price of these box sets, man, it's expensive. But you have to remember, just a couple of years ago, we were selling 4 or 5 episodes a disc. And that's it. So a whole 13-episode set was going to cost you 3 times as much as they cost now. So that's something to keep in mind. But I wish we were doing another season. When I did a convention with the seiyuu for Gyoro, Joji Nakata, who's also the Alucard in Hellsing. He went there and he goes, I go, hello, my name is Todd Haberkorn. He goes, oh, Mr. Todd, hello. And I'm like, hello. And I'm like, I'm Kero. He goes, Kero Gutsu. Soka. And no matter when I meet a Japanese seiyuu, no matter what, all I say is Kero Gunso, and they immediately know it. Because when I was in China at McDonald's, you could have your birthday party with the armpit platoon. Do the whole, I go, oh, that's me. So when we did a panel together, he turns to me and he goes, do you want to do the Carol chant? And I go, what? And he goes, Giro, 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 Giro. DTK. Yeah.
Can you do a kid line like this, a kid line?
I'd be happy to do one because you're inspiring symmetry in me. I hope to see you later at the signing table, and if you are unsymmetrical, I am going to have a fit. You remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Like everyone's having like travel is wrong, so what's your most embarrassing moment at a con?
Most embarrassing moment at a con? I can talk about it. Most embarrassing moment would have to be this person brought me baked goods. Generally, as a rule, we don't eat the stuff that people bring because we don't know where it's been. We don't know. And I'm sure everyone's intentions are great, but what if there's something you're allergic to? What if they dropped it on the floor and like, oh, 5-second rule. It's got toxic waste on it. We don't know. Well, this this person brought me something, and a third of it was gone. Eaten. I guess that's his calling card, maybe. I don't know. I mean, give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to assume he wasn't driving with it. He goes, you know what? I am such a good baker. I want to eat this because that's how good I am. I don't know. He gave it to me, and it's like saying, it's like if someone said, what are your top 3 favorite candies? And I go, oh, sure, I like gummy things. Okay, good. I love dark chocolate. Great, okay, good. I don't know. Sawdust, I guess, is pretty good. It's all these random things that I said at one point at a con. Well, this baked good had all of those things at once on top. I like them separately, but all together, a little much. I'm serious, like gummy bears, carrots, all that stuff on top. He gives it to me and I'm like, well, thank you very much. Because the intention is there. I mean, it's very sweet. It's totally sweet. And I was like, thank you. And he gave me a little tin. It's just a little simple cookie tin with the dessert on it. And it was in a little Ziploc bag. I was like, great. As I'm walking away, he goes, Todd, I'm going to need that tin back. Okay. Alright. So I go back to my hotel room. Set it on the floor. It's next to my stuff. Let's just set it on the floor. I leave. I come back, it's gone. Hotel staff thought it was trash. That's what it looked like. I can't describe what this thing looked like. They threw it away. Wow. There goes the tin. Maybe you'll forget. No.
Never.
Todd, where's that tin? He's like behind me. I turn around, he's gone. I turn back around, he's right there. I'm like, oh man, gosh darn, I'm so sorry. I don't have it. I'll pay you back for the tin. I'm not kidding. I'll give you a couple bucks for it or whatever. He goes, no, it's okay. He emails me later, after the con, well, a week later, he goes, I talked to my dad. You don't have to pay me for the tin, but you need to write him an apology email.
Oh my God.
I guess the true gift is getting to interact with him a lot more. I wrote him Father, forgiveness. This 8-inch cookie tin is no more. I'm responsible. I apologize. I sent it. I think he accepted it. I don't know. I never heard. We'll find out later. I'm going to see him again in the con. I already know it. And so I'll see if he has forgiven me yet. Very back.
My first role I ever saw you in was Watch Movie and Holler, and I really loved it.
Thank you.
One of my favorite quotes in Brotherhood, the one about Ed making the friends eat a boot.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for loving those shows. Water Dinky was a great show. I wish we could do more of it. Again, it's the same kind of thing. It was one of those last shows that we sold single discs of. And so it was like right on that transition to the 13-episode box set releases. So I think it got caught up in that. Unfortunately, it didn't. That's my curse. Every show I get involved with never gets a second season. That's why, well, I mean, such a frog, but I mean, like, there's 330 episodes and we did 80 of them. So it doesn't really, to me, that doesn't. It's like with fairy tales, so we get another season of it. That's what I'm counting on. That tattoo. I kind of want it now. So it's kind of cool that you walk around like, where'd you get that tattoo from? Well, here's the story. Yes, ma'am, in the back.
Can you speak out to arguing with Greg?
With who?
Greg.
Greg? Oh, I thought you said with Frank Welker. Like, sure, that's a cool reference. Well, it would be something like this. It would be talking about the fact that people need to go out and support fairy tale. And if we didn't do it, we fight. And I go, fire and dragon roll! I lose my voice in that show every time I record. I cannot record 2 days in a row. Because in these 6-7 hour sessions, I'm spent the next day. Yes?
Can you do a confession of mine in our voice?
Naru sounds like a Batman Beyond Terry McGinnis. Bruce Wayne. I love you. I'm in my right mind. Don't worry, I'm not possessed by a ghost. I love you. That's probably how it goes, something like that. Okay, yes. about it again? I like to think too. Yes.
I'm white, Asian, and Jewish. I still forgive you what you said.
Thank you. That's a cool combo. Your mother was your mom? Okay, right on. Very cool. Nice. Nice. Yes.
Can you do a line from our next book club?
Well, you know what? We all need to go out and have a little commoners coffee, if you're up to it. Howard won't be there, but I'll get to him later. Yes!
Can you expect any guys from there again?
I wish Todd Haberkorn could skateboard as well as me. Might help with the symmetry. Yes! Yeah, birthday girl. Princess, right?
Thanks for remembering. One, I love you, you're an inspiration, and two, can you confess your love to my time now?
Well, number one, thank you. And number two, I mean, I confess my love to 4 other people, and I think they're going to fight me. But luckily, the good thing about love is there's a lot of it to give. Me too. What did you say about love?
You made my life.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Glad I made your life. I like making lives. Just 30 minutes? We have time? Is that what I need? Okay, last question right here.
What was it like playing She-Mail and Rin?
Oh, She-Mail and Rin.
Yes!
Well, yeah, I played a hermaphrodite
Yes.
in Rin.
Yes.
Well, the thing about it is it was an easy transition because I have very feminine hands. And also, when I go through drive-thrus, they think I'm a woman. A lot. I'm like, yeah, I'll take an order, I'll take a double cheeseburger, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, anything else, ma'am? And then when we pull up to the thing, it's like, yeah. It's awkward. But, it was great. It was a lot of fun. Very violent show.
Yes.
Very...
It is freaky.
Wow. Freaky. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what. Here's the deal. I want you to do 2 things for me, please. 3 things. 3, not 4. 3, not 5. 3. Number 1, come see me at the Star Signing booth. I'll be there. My hours are posted for when I'll be there. Tons of stuff to take. Take posters. Please take my autograph cards. Take it all.
Take it all.
Number 2, gotta go to teamhaberkorn.com. We do podcasts, we support charities, all that kind of stuff. Giveaway free stuff. The last person that won, did you like the last contest? We did a theme song contest, and that person won a Italia cosplay, a box set, all this kind of stuff. It's all on teamhaberkorn.com. Third thing, please, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, Kickstarter. Click on the link to go to the tribute video thing, watch the trailer, educate yourself on tribute videos. We're going to make this last one with your guys' help. Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you.